August 12th, today's reading Jeremiah 23. Key verse Jeremiah 23:6. In his days Judah will be saved and Israel will dwell safely. Now this is his name by which he will be called, the Lord our righteousness. Today's word from the Word, Yahweh our righteousness. Today we want to share with you a beautiful truth about God's nature. In Exodus 3:14, the Lord revealed his name to Moses as I am who I am, which can also be translated as the becoming one, or the one who becomes. This name shows that God is not only eternal and self-existing, but also constantly becoming what his people need in each moment. The term the Lord, in all caps in the Bible, is a translation of the Hebrew word YHWH, often thought to be pronounced Yahweh. It's specifically used for God's personal name. Throughout the Old Testament, we see how Yahweh, the ever-becoming one, assumes different roles to meet his people's needs. He is Yahweh Nissi, our banner, Yahweh Rohi, our shepherd, Yahweh Shalom, our peace, Yahweh Rapha, our healer, and Yahweh Jireh, our provider. These Yahweh titles reveal the various aspects of God's character and his relationship with us. When we need peace, he becomes our peace. When we require provision, he becomes our provider. And when we seek a right standing with God, he becomes our righteousness. Jeremiah 23:6 refers to God as Yahweh our righteousness, signifying that he is the source and provider of righteousness for his people. This righteousness is not achieved through our own efforts or adherence to the law or religion, but rather through his grace and love. Do you yearn for righteousness today? Rest assured, dear friend, that God promises to become that for you. You don't need to stand before him in your own filthy rags of self-righteousness. Instead, look to him to clothe you in his righteousness alone. As Isaiah the prophet wrote, I delight greatly in the Lord. My soul rejoices in my God, for he has clothed me with garments of salvation and arrayed me in a robe of his righteousness. Isaiah 61:10. The Lord will become your righteousness as you trust in him. As it is written, he made him, who had no sin, to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. 2 Corinthians 5:21. This means that your worth and acceptance are based on his perfect goodness, not your flaws or failures, but on God's incredible power to clothe you in his robe of righteousness. Knowing this truth offers you profound peace and comfort in knowing you are unconditionally loved and secure in his grace. May this truth bring you comfort, hope, and peace today. Thanks for joining us for today's Word from the Word. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell